Well. Welcome back, everyone. Azoli here, and welcome back to another episode of my Vintage Story series. Um, Last episode, got a very humble shelter setup. Now I gotta go back to one of the previous shelters to grab some stuff, and I should start making pottery because it's super necessary. And well, I don't think anyone forgot, but I was having a welcome party by some noisy neighbors. It was very silent right now. Well, there we go, shambling about. Anyway, yeah, time to do a little time skip. Just a second. Well, as I was saying, I think what I need now is to fire these ceramics. So I can have these very necessary items. Got some grass before, and it's just gonna fire all these. Well, maybe not quite enough as it turns out. So as I was saying, I'm gonna fire some pottery so I can have a decent amount of storage. And oh no, I was mistaken. It's just that I don't have any sticks. Shame. Anyway, these we'll see behind. Again, as I was saying, I gotta head back to the first shelter I made and grab that reed chest. I think the reed chest. I'm honestly a little well, I really don't want to open up the video just to check if I really left the chest behind. In my mind, I left stuff in that first shelter, and that's enough reason for me to head back there. So, I'm going to mark this my home, and let's see. First shelter was around a year, I think. Let me yeah, that's quite a walk from here. So gonna go there. Gonna go there right now. I think those are deer. Anyway, I gotta go there. What else can I really do? Now I gotta really hope I won. I'm not going to jinx myself by saying my next words, but I really gotta hope I don't meet wolves, bears. Copper is a good find though. Copper is pretty good. Anyway, hostile mobs, big no. Just going to avoid them anytime I can. Look at this. See that? That's a trap. Specifically set up for me. No, sir. Thank you. I do not need more heart attacks or jump scares or wherever. I do need some food. Wow. Fortunate. I'm probably gonna have to leave behind some of the stuff in the shelter. Just hope whatever you leave behind isn't too important. Or maybe I can harvest just enough cattails to make one more backpack. Let's see, I think I need 15. Yep. Great. It's empty. This basket. It's not. Now it's only good for, burning. So not worth keeping around. Even really nice. All right. I do need some cattails. I'll try not to use too much time collecting them. Can always come back. I really need to move my stuff. Alright, so I walked a little bit south. I gotta head east. I can leave behind those grains. They're gonna revert back to the first stage of growth. Yeah. Right. East and through the forest where nothing bad ever happens. Yes, nothing bad ever happens. No, I'm not trying to jinx myself for content. I mean, yeah, it's just you know, a little lonely walking through the forest. Oh, this is a beehive. Where are the bees? There are the bees. This is good, this is great. This is absolutely amazing. Alright. This is great news. Now I'm still heading east. I can either go around the lake or swim through it. I'm leaning towards just swimming through the lake. You know, at least the game still doesn't have aquatic hostile mobs. It has some very deep water puddles. Huh. Kinda wish I could you know, do some underwater exploration. Not now though. Correct Rusula. This is edible. Alright. Edible mushroom get. It's now almost night. And I'm only halfway there. That's great. That's wonderful. Just wonderful. I don't have the audacity to just sprint through the forest though. Too much trauma just from this single playthrough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just swim that way. It's good for the health, you know. Swimming a little bit. It's healthy. I need some sticks. for the future. Probably not gonna collect them now. Shoot! I should not have scrolled through my hotbar. Oh boy. Ah, that's wonderful. Just what I needed. I need some mushrooms and hope I don't start seeing things. And no, you can't actually hallucinate on mushrooms in this game, as far as I know. Close. And night fast approaching. Spear, just to be clear, it's just for, well, emotional support more than anything. It's not actually gonna protect me from even a single wolf, not a single spear at least. So yeah, it's my emotional support spear. I feel stronger with it, even though I'm not. And what can I say? It's a poking stick. Deer, and deer. A good thing. Deer. I like deer. This is quite harmless. Oh, those modded flames are funny. Stand out a little bit from normal grass. Now, gravel forest is the kind of biome bears spawn, and wolves are rare, but they also spawn. So, still the kind of place here I gotta keep a lookout for danger. And relax a little bit though. Right. East. Oh, yes, right. I have to face one more forest. Final obstacle. Encroaching arch, of course. What is the stroke of the forest if it's not pitch black? Where's the emotion there? Let me tell you where's the emotion there. It's in my freaking heart. Alright. At least this is still here. And foresight of not on the way. And one thing I noticed is that I forgot to light the pit kilns. It could have saved me a lot of time. Well. Bummer. So, seeds, important. Clay, not so important. It's good to have wood. Just gonna eat these. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah, nothing isn't much more I can do. Well, since this trip has been a success so far, next step is going back. And yeah, just going back. I don't really need to linger around these areas. Yep, except for these, huh? These bees are going to help me a lot in the coming days, since because of the beekeeping mod I have installed, they should help make the harvests more bountiful. And that's pretty much it. Which is still good enough. No, actually, yeah, the bountiful harvest, honey itself, the wax, lots of useful stuff. And I'm going to take bushes with me. It's unfortunate I had to reset this one, but you know what, I'm gonna make some cobblestone and discard whatever's left. Cobblestone is very, I don't know, it looks very nice. And that's yet another decisions. I don't want to throw away flex fibers. I don't want to throw away the healing items either. I'm gonna have to make do without my emotional support here. Just for a little bit. No, I don't like what's green. They are so confusing. Never know if it's a flower or if they have actual fruit. Alright. What is this? Wow. Okay, this is a rare find. High fertility soil is very, 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 very rare. I cannot emphasize how rare it is. Very, very important. Not for now, but whenever I have established a little farm for myself, I gotta come back to it. Actually, scratch that. Only once I have some compost so I can make even better soil. Yes, that's the best use of high fertility soil in my opinion. Anyway, just pro tip. If you just can't avoid going through these low visibility areas, just try to find the highest visibility, low visibility path available. Well, I know that sounds obvious, but well, maybe taking a detour so you can have few seconds of warning before a wolf pounces on you can save your life. Maybe, potentially. I do not take responsibility for any misadventures resulting from taking my advice. Yes. In general, favoring a longer and safer path, especially in the early game, will probably preserve your life. Don't do this. Yeah, like unnecessary parkour. Yeah. Those mushrooms frighten me. So, on my way back to my chosen place of residence. Probably collect some sticks whenever I come across more trees, so I can finally finish all the pit kills. Well, this is a welcome alternative path. Well, this is an actual pro tip. Always stick to the grassy areas with very good visibility if you can. Again, even if it's not the fastest route to wherever you want to get. Bears are very sneaky. Sometimes you only know a bear has set its sight on you after it has given you a very aggressive hello and half of your health bar is gone. And then you start to run, but the bear runs faster. And then there goes the second half of your health bar. Easy. Good. Yep. I'm gonna tackle them in these drains. Working some fibers and seeds. Look at that. See? Visibility. Can see from a flying kilometer away. Since bears don't usually spawn in great numbers, it can be safe in my knowledge that probably not going to be another bear too close. Probably being the key word here. Alright. At least the wolves I can outrun. Straight line that is. I think. Again, that spot. Oh, I see another beehive. Here. Yes. This one's much closer, I think. And second. Oh, there's a chicken that there isn't something to eat the chicken here. Probably. And I'm out. Safe and sound. Thanks in no small part to my great navigational skills. That's the secret for a long life here. Navigational skills. Oh, an experience maybe. Like knowing when not to provoke the wolf. These deer are going to be running my way. What is it? What is that word? I don't really like how you position those dishes. Now I have a chest. Small one. It's gonna make a difference. I can store the seeds finally. Flex fibers. Actually, these stay with me. Clay doesn't. Another hunter backpack. Empty. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Oops. So anyway, now that I got a little bit of stuff sorted out and some more inventory space. Let's yeah. Next thing I gotta do is collect more sticks, grab some peat, and fire that ceramic, those items. These are gonna give me even more inventory space, I mean storage space. Cooking pot, let me make better use of my food, and the rest is more tied to progression. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break and time skip this. Now that was a refreshing snack break. Anyway, there's one vacant hole here. Maybe I could actually do something more. Let's see. You know what? In order to start farming as soon as possible, I'm gonna make a watering can. Because farming is like super important for progression and surviving. So farming. watering can. Nice. Alright, good. A bit of straw. And yeah, that's it. We'll blend these cocktails through. Have it over here. We shouldn't be getting shit. What's the word again? We shouldn't worsen the high visibility. Here, one level below, ground level. Visibility. We have to go. This is just so annoying. Oh yeah, I can make a strong head. That's pretty good. Huh. It's always good to check the correction guide once in a while. I guess. God, what the heck's God? Card. What's this? Well, this is no, I actually don't know how useful improvised body armor is, given that it requires. No, actually, it doesn't actually have a downside because you can see it doesn't reduce your movement speed, doesn't increase hunger faster, doesn't reduce healing. Should actually craft one of these eventually. Make a hat for now, because now that I remember to use a hat, I want a hat. Yes. Now I have it. Now that this super important matter is taken care of. Oh yeah, sticks. And there should be feet around here. So, remember there was wolf shoes though. Yeah, now I remember because this way I think. No, that was clay. I'm gonna find it eventually. Not too rare, especially in grassy biomes like this. Second. Patience. Next time I find it, I'm gonna put down master. Nope. No. Maybe the beach was still close to room. And this, not beach, definitely. This is very liquefying. Cool. I think I just found one block though. I think this is a merchant. I'm gonna take a look. Hope it's a commodities trader. He's the lifesaver. Hmm. Mm. Spooky cave. Huh. Well, let's see what this data has in store for me. I think it's a luxury trader. Yeah, exactly what I said. Hmm. Calendula tea. I did not think I could make drinkable tea out of the flowers and herbs from the mods. This is quite nice actually. So it doesn't really have anything I want or need. So I should run back home because it's late. Just check out if there's any crank vessels. No. No. Wait. Right. No fish. Now I have to make do with or not. Just about say I would have to use firewood, but oh well. Convenient thing. Not so convenient though. It's really dark. orange, maybe it was up. This fox just gave me a jump scare. Come on. Not when I don't have even a single spear. Back up. I like expectancy. Sometimes this game just looks a little bit out of it. Oh, won't stop playing though. Alright. No sticks. I can fire some stuff. And the next day, I'm gonna gather, fully dedicate myself to gathering sticks. Nothing to cook. What do I want to use it for again? Yeah. Scaps. I need some scaps too. Should get some bees. Since rift activity is very, very low, not get on the bushes. No. Okay. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna mute myself for a little bit. Now it's just some basic grinding, so no much. There isn't much need for commentary, I guess, unless I have a very close encounter with a book. No, bear. What? Oh, okay. The grass is catching fire. This thing is raining. Anyway, I'm using my Well, friends, I guess this has been long enough of a game session. Well, come on. Okay. I got it. So, I think this has been long enough of a gaming session. I'm dire need of food. I'm probably gonna hunt those deer walking around, maybe more wolves. But since the cooking pot is firing up, uh, it's gonna it's going to be much more useful to hunt for deer, because then I can make proper meals with their meat. Meanwhile, wolf meat isn't suitable for meals. So that's that. And well, I guess I was very lucky in my copper spawns to have quite a few ore veins close. Yet, as much as I got a decent amount of copper bits, I still need quite a few more in order to be able to make both a hammer and a pickaxe. And I already started setting up the charcoal pit, because can't melt copper without charcoal or some sort of coal. And well, just making charcoal is easier anyway. And I also have a few bits of tin. Oh yeah, it's in the vase. Anyway, and with those bits of tin, I think I might be able to skip the Copper Age entirely and just go straight to the Bronze Age with Tin Bronze. And you guys gotta admit that I was super extra lucky. Well, those who know the chances of just simply looting a bronze tool is, and to get bronze forks out of, you know, everything I could have gotten, it's very good. Now I have a very capable weapon for defending myself, and although it's not my weapon of choice for fighting, you know, wild carnivore animals like bears and wolves. It's much better to not get close to them, but they do get close. I can at least inflict some damage and have a little bit more chance of surviving. And let's see, if I encounter one or two lone drifters, I can test my new blade on them, maybe even get some loot. The recent update added a feature of you being able to automatically loot the monsters by hitting them with the forks, independently of their material. So I'm pretty excited to see how that works in action. And I'm one step closer to doing that. Well, one more important thing is, well, now since I'm starting to get, decent storage in my shelter, getting some pottery, I think it's time to start doing things, thinking about the long term. Yeah, my door's closed. Like starting a farm and maybe trapping some animals to raise them later, like chickens. chickens are actually my first choice of animal to capture and turn into livestock. Because the the egg production from chickens is just really nice complement for getting a steady supply of protein, and they don't really eat much because you gotta feed them grains. So yeah, so long as you have, you know, any amount of any reasonable amount of started grains, you can just keep getting eggs from chickens, and it's all good. Sometimes you can even, when you decide to cool the earlier generations of chickens and in favor of leaving chickens from newer generations, you get the meat, you get the feathers, and well, they're small animals, you know, low maintenance, have a decent payoff. I'm thinking maybe, depending on how my farming endeavors go, I'll get bunnies. The other, I think they're even more plentiful than chickens in the game. So yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, they can occasionally drop animal fat, which is another important resource. And so I would prefer to get pigs and goats, but, you know, for those of you who don't know, goats spawn in mountainous regions like this one over here, although it's probably more of a hilly terrain than mountains, but there's a chance, and yeah, their spawn is usually in high altitudes, so I would need to walk quite a bit just to set up traps, and then I would have to freaking pray to get a baby goat, or else I would have to set up a goat pen very far away from my home, have them reproduce, wait for the gestation to happen so that I can kidnap the baby goat eventually. It's, well, tiresome, and well, it's just not something I want to do. So I'll hope I hope I can find some pigs around here. They like wetlands, so maybe around here I'll find some. And at least if I have pigs, I'll have a good supply of fat and meat. And I'll leave getting, dairy nutrition, which is also important at, I don't know, maybe sometime during the second year of the playthrough, because then I'll have a proper base set up, I'll have a farm, I'll hopefully have a lot of stuff to, I don't know, what was it I was talking about again? I have a lot of stuff a lot of tools, equipment, infrastructure in general, makes the game easier, and I can travel farther distances, explore more, maybe I'll even have a deer, and this will make my exploration much faster. So yeah, anyway, next steps. I will probably need to pan for copper and set up the beginnings of vegetable farm or something like that. Start burning some firewood to get charcoal, so when I finally gather enough copper I can just go straight to melting it. And what else? Yeah, primary objectives are those. Anyway, I've been yapping for a while. I managed to finish the video quickly, so thank you all for staying with me until this point, and see you guys in the next episode, or whatever other video of mine you decide to watch. And take care, guys. See ya. Zolia out.